that, chat? Let's begin. Yeah, early stream today, chat. Early stream. Oh, forgot to mention something. Give me a second. Not mention, shout out to people. I did shout them out yesterday, but I'm not yesterday, Tuesday, but I just want to shout them out again. Shout out to Hiroshi, old woman that drives, and Dioruki for the follow. Thank you guys for that. I appreciate for the follow, guys, and I appreciate. What the hell? What the? This is different. Port Caprio or substitute Speringen? This is way different from. I like, what's his name, Swim, but this fucking, his name is so stupid, Swim. I guess I'll do. Arc? Oh fuck, it's so hard. What? I don't know what to do, chat. I don't know what to do. I guess I'll go. Who's that? Damn, for a cop.
まったく面倒なことになったわね。でも、
That's
鍵
Judith?
が連中
Judith?
の手に落ちるのだけは阻止しないと。
Why you have your ass shown?
でもこの手がかり、絶対にランさんに。黒い女の人。あなたここで一体。来なさい、逃げるわよ。あ、
Is this a movie? This is so fake. Why? And cat? What the fuck? Ah, this is a movie. Why am I not surprised? So, what's his name? Branson in it? What the fuck? That's weird. This. Just like for... 程よく濡れたエロスーツもカメラ映えしておるし、これぞエロスとバイオレンスの融合じゃ。It's seriously, chat. How is this a kid? This is not a kid's game. Like, if they're gonna show some lewd stuff, this is not a kid's game at all. At all.
で、監督、開口一番セクハ
I
ラ
know,
発
right?
言いい加減やめてもらえません？でも、ゴッチ監督の作品に参加できて、アクションシーンの迫力はさすがですね。
それをミシェル役で演じきれるあんたも大したものさ。
ドミニクさん、おばあちゃん。
What the fuck? That looks like a dude, not a girl. Not, I mean a woman. That's a woman? That's not a woman, Chad. That's a fucking dude right there.
おお、ドミニクさん。わざわざ現場まですみませんな。
いいってことさ。私は現役の頃から現場主義だからね。孫娘の働きぶりも間近で見れるし、またとない好機だろうよ。
Sorry, Chad.
いや私も気合い入れないとね。
今をときめくトップ女優の2人に演技指導で往年の名歌手ドミニク・ランスターが参加。この映画とんでもないことになりそうだ。
There's Quartal.
ゴールデンブラッドと狼たちの鎮魂歌のクロスオーバー作品なんだっけ。それだけでも話題性は十分すぎるけど、
すげえ。あの特撮の合成がこんなにスムーズに進むだなんて。
タイミング合わせも完璧じゃねえか。坊主、一体何者なんだ。
いえ、理科大学で研究に携わっているので端末の操作は慣れているだけですよ。映像編集は天体観測の画像データ解析と共通点も多いですし。
おお、若いのに大した坊主だな。ウィス。
なんでこんなことに
I know, right? They're wearing the same outfit from from the last game. What the fuck? Change your
ここ
outfit.
がメッセルダムの港湾区か。思ったより栄えてるみたいだね。バンさんから聞いた住所は
目的地まで約200アーチの推測。
うん、あの角を進んだあたりみたいだね。それじゃあ行こうか。フィオ、ゼロスも。
おっと、来たか。久しぶりだな、カトル。こうして会うのは2ヶ月ぶりか。
うん、通信では話してるけど、やっぱりちょっと感慨深いかな。バンさん、ジュディスさんも変わりないみたいでよかったよ。
そっちもね、カタルくん。でも理科大学の方は良かったの？
うん、今期の必修単位は取ったからね。あとは合間にフィオやゼロスのバージョンアップなんかをしていた感じかな。
処理速度が 15% 向上。カトル、頑張った。
さすが、うちの技術担当は優秀だな。
っていうか、この子たちまた賢くなったわけ？
あといくつか新機能を少々。まあそのあたりはおいおいかな。ジュディスさんの方は映画の撮影中って聞いたけど。
ええ、年明けから本格的にロケ撮影が始まっちゃってね。ゴッチ監督とラム監督の共同制作にして、去年の大ヒット作同士のコラボ作品。今はゴッチ監督の撮影パートなんだけど、みんな気合が入りまくっちゃってて。
Give me a second, Chad. Again, I swear to God, I need to change that. Oh. So basically, the chapters are acts, not okay. So, oh my God! Sorry, chat.
悪いけど、例の調査は撮影の合間って
っちは構わねえし、手を貸してくれるのも助かるが、そこまでして無理に動かなくてもいいんじゃないか。
Ah, whatever.
首都の件軽く聞いた限りだけでも到底放置はできないわ。カトル君も来たことだし詳しく話してくれるわよね。
うん、僕も確認しておきたいかな。
わかった。手短にはなるが、改めて共有しておくか。
So this, so that's how things went. It's almost too unsurreal to believe. A dark beast that resembled Grandel and Almada's legacy. This demands our attention, especially if the first Genesis reacted. No kidding. Give me a second. Let me do. I might reset my model. Give me a second, chat. Fucking person. Black hair. Sorry, chat. Give me a second to reset my model a bit. Yeah, that's my old one. Where is my new one? Give me a second. Sorry again. I'm sorry, chat. Yeah. Just loading right now. That is my old model. Don't worry about that. Okay, I think it's loading now. I believe, yeah, it's loading. Yay! There we go. Better now. Because I hate when that happens. There we go. Let's take off my jacket so it's better. That's beaky. Yeah, that's better. I borrowed this one just in case, but to be honest, I don't know much how to use it be. True, they tend only to grow in Agnes present. That strange phenomenon you mentioned is another point of concern. I wish I could explain it better. It ain't easy to put into words. Oh, no, duh. Okay. That's more better. Should be Act 1. There we go. Doesn't sound like we have much to go off at this point. Is the capital safe at least? Yeah, I left Agnes and a few other folks I can trust to hold down the fort. If worst comes to worst, Elaine's there to so they should be fine for now. Understood. Then I suppose the three of us should get looking for Almara's legacy. Right. It's been too long since some real action. and are about to turn a blind eye to anything involving Almata. Besides, even on the sorry, tight schedule, I always found time for a side gig or two. That's right. A case like this is nothing for Judith Lannister. Let me add at them. Did something happen to Judith since we last met, Van? Hey, her granny put her through the ringer when she got home back in the December. Sure, I made a lot of mistakes lately, but who hasn't? I'm doing my best here. That whole scandal with me and Maxim wasn't even my fault. And yet my mom won't stick up for me. If I don't start showing some improvement front stage and backstage, I'll never it hear the end of it. I don't think I seen Judith like this before. Her grandmother must be terrifying. Oh, looks it is, and we're talking about him too. Arc right here. What? How's it been, director?
おおバン君つながってよかったわいジュディス君から君がメッセルダムに来ていると聞いたんじゃが
Sure am. Let me guess. You're in some kind of trouble.
実は俳優の一人の到着が遅れておってなこのままでは撮影が大幅に押しそうなんじゃ今日からニナ君もクランクインだという時に臨時の代役を立てようにも少々体を張る役でなかなか任せられるもん
And I'm guessing Van is basically the candidate. And you're asking what I think you're asking?
そういうわけでバン君突然で悪いんじゃが一つ頼まれてくれんか
For real? Despite Van's initial reluctance at the director's request, Gotti's relentless passion eventually convinced him to accept. With Quartel's help, the filming went off without a hitch. The playback looks good. Let's take 5, everybody. Alright, 1. You sure saved my ass, Van. I had no idea you were such a talented stuntman. We'll have to shoot some pickups when Ethan gets here, but the whole day won't be a buzz without you. The fight scene you choreographed for us was the cherry on top. Heck, I ought to get you and Quartel on the staff. It was a no big deal, but out of curiosity, do full-timers get access to unedited cuts of the adult scene? Okay, that's enough of both of you. What the fuck, man? Oh, brother, the job does seems fun though. By the way, what's Grandma Grammy's up to? Oh, she's helping Nina run lines for the next scene. I'll tell you much, bringing her on board really lit the fire our asses. Dominic Lanster, the biggest connoisseur of her generation, even after retiring, she has a finger in every corner of the business. Oh, she's a lass. So that's Judith's grandmother? Oh, what the fuck? Apparently, she only takes job when the boo strikes her, but any production she touches becomes massive hit. That's impressive resume. She sounds like a woman with many talents. Grammy coach everything from stage and s- screen actors to perform athletes. Even she she even has experience planning large scale events. It's all done behind the scenes too. So the industry sees her as a legend, a real genius in her field. Who had thought we end up working with her here in Amsterdam? Ha, I take it you didn't hear about it till the last minute either, Juret. Well, the good news is now we got the cinematic masterpiece for the age on our hand. Keep an eye for the premiere. I I gotta run, but I'll see you. But I'll see to it you get paid in the days for your help. No rest for the director. There is there. I hope we're able to lighten the load if nothing else. For sure. In fact, you brought me some time too. With today's shoot out of the way, we should be free until evening. Alright then, I think we hang around here long enough. You two ready to roll? First things first, we need to track down Almada's legacy. Of course, that easier said and done. We should able to sniff out some clues in town though. Let's make our rounds and see what turns up. I like to poke around Almada's old stopping ground in particular. Right. As far as the dam goes, the top places the list. And I spread word about for SPG like you asked, so we might have a few of those to do. Good deal. While we while we're at it, might as well stop by the White Well Inn. There's something in my room I want to show you guys. You must mean the new software from Morda? Very well, we can drop in at some point as we work through our requests.
つっても髪型とサングラスだけだが首都でもそのスタイルだったか
案外バレないんだよね。
Oh, this detective.
お前ら裏解決屋か。
Well, look who it is. You're that detective. Nate, right? Nice to see you.
はーい奇遇だねジュディスさん。いやー撮影に来てるって噂は本当だったのか。じゃなくてどうしてお前たちがネスルダムにいるんだよ。
We're here on work trip, same as you, I wager. Let me guess, tying up after Almana's turning out to be more than a year, just a year end job. Boy, you really know how to hit the mark. I gotta tell you, running up rounding up every organization on their fingers is a slog. We've been making arrests every since we arrived early last month. Worst of all, we got six of our guys grimming up one room in the inn. It's like sleeping in a sardine can. He goes off on a venting session. Works for me. Let's see if we can get him to spill a few beans. So they brought in Edith's breast and brightest, huh? The brood, the brunt of the investigation must have been a breeze after that. Well, what I can say, it just comes easy to me. But police can't take all the credit. The guild and Sid are in high gear on this too. Naturally, we clean up all the Amaras as stragglers. Same goes for any group they much shaking hands with. So you can just focus on filming worry free, Judith. That's good to hear. So, in other words, they haven't found anything worth mentioning. If that's the case, why haven't you gone back to the capital yet? Well, we're taking about a pretty wide reaching mafia here. There's still a few bit and bobs that needs clearing up, like the finer parts of their cash flow. But hey, that's a tiny slice of it. We got most of the rest unlocked. That's what makes the best and what makes us the best and the brightest. So, so I see. Guess that means people know how Almara's legacy are in short supplies now. While giving the gifts a bit hits us up if you get any new info, Mr. Best and Brightest. Sure thing, leave it to me. Wait a minute, why I should have shares? Why should I to share information with you guys? Sure took him long enough. Don't sweat the small stuff.
よし
いいわよ
よし
いいわよ
Since we're setting up base here for 2 or 3 days, we can access the Markenhen Guardian from this terminal, right? This is the dedicated MK terminal you equip your truck with. You know, I heard that Marken Guardian is a thing pretty incredible. Honestly, I like to take a look myself. Alright, time to start our exploring the Marken Guard Hen. I should able to gain access for a few members by having Mayor make a new profile on their selfie. My, you mind, Mayor Bear?
はいはい聞いてたわよまったくもうフォロー使いがないんだから
She man.
あの仮想空間が気になるのは私も同じだし今回だけの特別大サービスだからね
And so the rest of the group was registered. Van then reached the other team and had them log in for the in-person rundown on the system.
お久しぶりですカトル君ジュディスさん
アニエスさん。本当に久しぶりだね。まさか仮想空間で再会するとは思わなかったけど。
はい本当に学芸祭に向けて忙しいって聞いたけど元気でやってるみたいじゃないそれはそうと君たちがスウィン君とナディアちゃんね
ああ、はじめましてだ。いきなりで戸惑うだろうが、よろしく頼む。こっちも裏解決用のメンバーについてはあらかた聞いててな。
バーゼル理科大学で飛び級してる天才君にまさかの大物女優ジュディス・ランスターさんカトル君カン君かなは可愛い系だしジュディスさんはやっぱりすごいオーラだねスーちゃんはなびかないと信じてるけどこれを機になあちゃんも新たな魅力を取り込むしか
何の話だ。脱線するなっての。
Hi, you two really are regular comedians. I'm not quite sold on this whole QT tea thing. But you both seem to be nice people. That's really considering our track record with other members of the Gardens. Definitely. I've seen firsthand just how reliable they can be. Okay, that's enough meeting and greeting for now. The situation is pretty much how I explained it to you earlier. We need the help. We need all the help we can get here, including yours, Eileen. It'll be my pleasure. Renee's is leading the aid, so I no reason to withhold mine. I can't just sit on my hands, especially if there's any chance of this being related to the incident at the Capitol. Besides, I gotta stay in shape in both as Green Cat and as an art, art, actress. It'll be a lot on my plate, but it won't stop me. I'm impressed they managed to build a whole virtual space of this scale. It's almost like an expansion of the battle situation we used before. Personally, I find this sort of things fascinating. So feels free. So feel free to call me at any time. Hey, yeah, folks, jumping right into Mark Hengarten. Well, if you put in a formal request, sounds like you're waiting for us though. We Was there something you need to share? Yeah, actually, see if see we finished analyzing those shard tokens you found last exp- exp- uh, exploration or exploration. I don't know. Turns out they have function that can parse and restore some of the data loose in Garden going through right now. Slow down a second. I'm not really actually following here. Let me dumb it down a little. The more tokens you collect, the more we can analyze the resource that Garten took in. Plus, it'll net you a whole bunch of rewards that can be used in both real and virtual worlds. So no reason to try it out, right? I mean, I already added some feature to Mare for you. Boy, you work fast, but yeah, I get the gist of it now. Maybe as well give it a whirl, I suppose. Yeah, okay. She's a lot of cute right there. I don't think there's a. I don't think I have enough. Let's see. Oh, I didn't have enough. Okay. Jesus, a lot of draws I did. That's- Looks like the anise went off without a hitch. And but oh, and by the by, and those skills you just got, our finding shows they can be used to be your individual crafts via Zelfia. Put We put together a program to enhance, so give them a role when they like. Seriously, wow, what they think of next. We're what we're supposed to do. Get out of all that again. And in short, the discovery that means improving our individual proficiency level through combat or synchronization. It might be worth taking a moment to verify how effective the process is. Whoopsie, I forgot one teensy detail. I also made it so you can find shard tokens and portals via search. So try to try that. Give it that a try. Yeah, here portals. This is the first time I'm hearing those, and I thought shard tokens were something we collect in virtual reality. Yeah, about that. We don't know if a bug with the Guardian or like they've been showing up as data fragments in the real world too. They can be used in the guard 10 just fine, so it'll be well if you gather as many of them as you can. This ca- this is kind of concerning development. Tell me about it. Honest to God, goodness, we don't entirely know what's going on here either. As for those, as for the portals, they are this thing called knots around Edith. So Edith, where orbital waves are mega concentrated. Our lead text lets you reconfigure those hotspots into virtual routes made of shards. Once you have one and running it, you can use it. It can be used to get easier access to Mark Hen Garden. No dedicated terminal request. Seeing is believing though, so I just send you some info on the portal compatibility location nearby. Just turn on your search and take a gander around. Honestly, I'm still lost, but sure. We'll try it out and when we get a chance. That's a lot. That's a lot. Oh, hate doing the side quests. I'm gonna do those later. Hey, you found the portal. Wasn't too painful, right? So this is what they look like? Incredible, and we're only ones who can see them. I imagine that judging by the virtual router, though having that said, I'll say it's closer to AR than VR. Someone knows, someone's in the know, you're right. There's this is here tech an example of augmented reality. With it, you can find more spots like this in a handful of places around Eden and convert them into portals. But there's more. Sorry about that, chat. Now that is prepared to go, Mordok support is finally ready to launch. And what exactly? And that's what exactly a little virtual service we offer to help with things besides clearing the floor in the garden. Take a peek next time you're live, okay?
Yes.
この辺りはなんだか雰囲気が違うね。
Anything turn up on your end? Not yet. Where the hell's that damn brat? There are lookouts posts at every way in or out of the city, so he got no place to run. We'll find him if we have to turn over every last rock in the street. Someone's coming, you know the drill. What's up with those two? It sounds like they're middle of a manhunt. Something smells off about this. Let's just focus on our investigation for now. We'll still need to get a handle on the situation in Mr. Dam.
いいわよ。
This isn't your everyday establishment? Maybe not, but a place like this are surefire bet for underworld intel. This is about the size of it. Will you rather wait outside, kiddo? There's no need to coddle me. So it's on the middle of the day, so they just take 3 mocktails? Right away, sir. I didn't realize bar offered alcoholic drinks. Depends on the joint, but it's not too common while it still lights out. Hey, this is pretty tasty. Just right up an afternoon pick me up. I have to agree. You got some skill, barkeep. That's very flattering, sir. I'm not just talking about the cocktails, by the way. I heard the tell. It's hard to tell alone, but you're packing a lot of muscles under that uniform. I also noticed a glance you sneak at the door and customers, the more vigilant than a typical bartender needs. That makes you a double as this Klaus bouncer? I'm lost in forward. Are you perhaps involved in some form of detective work? That's one way to put it. Won't you happen to be an ex-Jaeger called Robson? Would you? I heard your story from Dingo. Oh shit. You're acquainted with him. That that was a telling response. So you know each other too. Yes, as you presume, I am Robson. Dingo has done much for me in the past. It's a shame what became of him. So you already heard the news. Even now I struggle to believe it. Since you're close friends with his, it would be my pleasure to accommodate you wherever I can. That being said, I would advise not to bring his name in front of the owner. Did something happen between them? In a sense, you see, our club's highest earner used to be a hostess by the name of Mistress. That's late. That's the lady from the Black District. Mistress. I know she and Dingo got quite acquainted when he was Seldom, but it sounds like there's more to that story. I can't discuss this openly, but the time Mistress was being blackmailed into doing the owner's bidding, Dingo's the one who pulled every trick in the book to secure her freedom. It would seem the owner harbors a grudge over to this very day. Damn, that's one hell of a story. What brings your investigation here, if I may ask? It would I would be happy to answer any question you have to my best of my ability, Mister. Call me Van, a spring gun from the capital. Ah, the one from the rumor. I'm here in Mesledam to find something, so we're out doing a little gathering. You noticed any sketchy developments here lately, particularly in relation to Almata? The police were scouring the place as part of their investigation not long ago. I'll be right back. I gotta use the restroom, so BRB. Okay, Jazz, I realized that. But as far as I'm aware, the Dean discovered anything of note. In truth, however, the owner has worked with Almata numerous past occasions. It was only ever the line of his own pocket, however, so he is likely ignorant of their, of their inner working. If he weren't so crabbed enough to keep the police from delving into him too deeply. So he actually gave them the slip. Sounds like Interrogating him won't be get us much anywhere then. There are many other in this town are also connected with Almada in some shape or form. Most case, however, it was that they were either threatened or exploited. The only people I only who truly knows what went on in Almada would be those who work directly under them. By the way, I understand it. Each and every member was arrested at the end of last year. This is extent of my knowledge. I'm sorry I couldn't help. I couldn't be helped more. Not at all. They give us a better grasp of things. Yeah, you definitely save us the trouble down the road. That's pleased to hear me. Will you hit us again if anything else? Heck, even we don't know, might just drop for some more drinks. I'll save you a spot at the counter. Our according to our intel, this should be the old Almada's headquarters, but it isn't exactly what I was expecting. Yes, after the place got abandoned, it fell under police jurisdiction. Once Almada was out of the picture, they put the building for action and another company snatched it up. Some people just have too much money to throw around. They did, they did it. They did some remodeling by the look of it. The sign there says Zach Zach Arms. Wait, where we have heard that name before? Oh, great, those guys. Oh no. To the public, they're just an up and upcoming manufacturing, but dig deeper, they crooked partition practice around. Rumor has it they develop and produce illegal weaponry, distribute arcane, arc, I don't know how to say that word, arcane, arcane, arcines on the black market and more. Dingo's notebook even mentioned there were suppliers to Almata. Alright, definitely not on the line and up. Guess you've been investigating them too, huh, Quartel? I couldn't help myself after everything happened. Still, to think they would buy up an Almata's old property. It's definitely shady, but it's not like they were working directly under Almata. Yeah, all leading aside, the company was founded outside of Carvalho. On top of that, the building has been searched by the police several times over. I can't see them leaving any trace of Almada behind, which probably means no legacy either. Oh well, wanna try somewhere else? Yes, that's.
行こう。
Are you still not satisfied with my scenes, Mr. Gotti? I can tweak my performance however you like. No, no, you play your part to the T, Nita. Just feel, it just feels like we need a little genie sass qua to tie things together before cutting to the climax. No shame for asking advice if you need it. The whole point of this blockbuster crossover is to raise support for the survivor of Sorel Village, right? Knowing that, I like to help in any way I can. Looks like Grammy and the whole irons and them are ironing out stuff out. Let's not butt in. They got enough on their plates.
映画の撮影って思った
I
より
wanna go
大人数で
there.
やるものなんだね。
ええ、脚光を浴びる役者や監督だけじゃない。大勢の人に支えられてるのよ。
There's a lot of tokens here. Whoa there.
すみません。すみません。えーと。
Well, Simon's in a hurry. So much for the so much that he failed to notice us in his way. Wonder what had him worked up. He was headed for the back street might be worth taking a look around there later. What's that green thing? I see that. Oh, it's a fish.
未成年に刃物を向けるなんてまともな連中じゃなさそうね。どうする？警察の厄介になる？それとも相手してあげましょうか？
Lackeys.
僕たちのことを知ってる？ 4SPG の噂を流したからかもしれないけど、油断しない方が良さそう。
っていうか私は違うからね。解決事務所に入った覚えはないんだけど。
To PS God.
了解。
財波駆動。
Judith, how the fuck did you miss? I swear to God.
実力はそこまでではなかったけど、あの銃の威力は厄介だったわね。
もしかしたらこの武装、もしかしたら
ロゼ、怪我はねえか。ロゼ、
はい、
怪我はねえか。
はい、おかげさまで皆さん危ないところを助けていただいて本当にありがとうございました。
What the hell?
やっちゃったわね。あらら、やっちゃったわね。
別に逃げやしねえ。慌てなくても。
Oh
別に
shit.
逃げやしねえっての。
バンさんってバンさんってこれって
That's the Genesis. What the fuck? What the hell is he doing with that bag? I'll be right back in chat.
ルカと言ったか。ルカと言った。親父さんを探しているそうだな。親父さんを探
Oh, it's so cold here, chat. Oh my god, I hate this. I hate winter sometimes. But we gotta do.
失踪して3ヶ月くらいになります。
Luca?
もともとあまり帰ってこない人だったんです。仕事も日雇いを転々としていて、でもさすがにおかしいと思って母さんのためにも行方を探さないとって、このトランクは父の部屋にあったものです。何かの手がかりになるかもと。そしたら
この数日あの妙な男たちに付け狙われるようになった。
裏通りとはいえ、あそこまでやらかすなんてそれなりの事情がありそうね。そのあたり心当たりはないわけ？
はっきりしたことは
そうか。こいつの親父さんがもしかすると裏の動きと連動している可能性。
皆さんは裏解決屋なんですよね。皆さんは裏解決屋なんですよね。だったら父のことを、僕と一緒に父を探してもらえないでしょうか。
ルカ君、
でも手持ちのミラがどうしよう。
それはともかく、まあそれはともかく、またあの連中に狙われるかもしれないわね。大人がついてた方が安心でしょうけど、どうするの？
そうだな。もろもろ気にはなるが、悪いがルカ、その依頼は引き受けられない。
やっぱりミラがないから？それとも僕が子供だからですか？
いや、そうじゃねえ。父親が3ヶ月で失踪。正直ギルドか警察を頼るべき案件だ。よそから来た裏解決屋なんて頼るよりも先にな。
それはそうな。
あれ
ま、
これって
俺たちもどこかで親父さんの噂を耳にするかもしれない。そん時は連絡してやる。
わかりました。
それでどう？
ちょっと残念ですけど、どうかよろしくお願いします。
約束するわ。その代わり一人で危ない場所には行かないこと。いいわね。
はい、どうかお気をつけ。皆さんもどうかお気をつけ。
The innkeeper will watch him over for the time being so we can rest easy. Yeah, not much room for an armed assault with all the foot traffic this place gets. Sorry. So, do you think Lucas Dad was caught up in something shady? Without doubt, the street won't turn squeaky clean overnight just because the mafia was wiped out. Misled them always been on the rap side, but the recent shift is making more waves than ripples. getting Lucas getting jumped might be another aftershock of Almana's big fail. I had a hunch this would lead them back. It's bound to wherever the underworld comes out. The biggest step up was that photo. Yeah. It was of the first Genesis, the one Agnes had. Couple that with Lucas Pops having criminal ties in the city Amada called home and points to one thing. You think his father was part of their ranks? But aren't all their members are in custody? Almada was a huge syndicate. It's not possible that a few stragglers slipped through the cracks. Not to mention, this city was based on operation for a long while, so they have plenty spot to lay low. This just gets better and better. It bears investigation. We might learn something about the legacy in progress. But what should we tell Luca? He seems to be unaware of what his father was involved in. Then again, maybe he had an inkling judgment. Oh, fucking Christ. How the heck? Sorry. Then again, maybe he had an inkling by judging by his reaction earlier. Yeah, no matter how well his pop kept things on the sly, Luca still hesitated when the police and the brace came up. Not so sure he has the stomach to unmask the whole ugly truth. Not enough for us to take on his request at any rate. That's just a spring and ways, I guess. So what's our next move? Well, we can't afford dragging our feet. Those goons closing in. No way around it. This is just gonna need to flex her connection. What are you looking me for? Hold on, don't you mean the very first Grim Cat and famed Chan so rare of bygone days? Even as retiree, she seemed like a powerful eye to have in our corner. I'll make Grammy does stay on the top what goes behind the closed door. She predictably got a sixth sense for something fishy brewing, no matter how big or small. To this day, she's still sticking her nose into others' people's business whenever the mood strikes her. Wait, I think I'm starting to get it now. Yep, chances are her sudden interest in the latest gig isn't just the surface level. This at least worth asking about her. You're not giving me much of a choice, are you? Grinds my gear to lean on her, but it's probably our best bet now. I knew it would come around. Shall we head to the shooting location then? Though I think now, uh, though now I think of it, didn't they say they need to move somewhere else? Yep. I'm assuming things are on schedule. They should be pretty close by. Let's take a look around. No, oh fuck's sake. Delete this one. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
いいわよ。
あれニナさんとスタッフさんたちだ。ニナさんとスタッフさんたちだ。
次のロケ地はここだった。
いいわよ。おばあちゃんもいるはずよ。行ってみましょう。
Just let me keep looking some more stuff, chat. Give me a second. Yeah.
じゃねえか。
釣れそうね。
こいつは落書き。グラフィティアートってやつか。グラフィティアートってやつか。
ずいぶんいいセンスしてるわね。
About 9 years ago, I happened to lose a childhood treasure of mine in Sudan. I know the idea seems a little far-fetched, but I'm hoping it's still somewhere in the city. Would you willing to help search for it? I'm waiting for your answer at the chapel.
いいポイントみたいだね。
Oh my god, that's so far. I have to go over it. Because I don't want to.
行こう。でもこの季節なのにそこまで寒くないんだね。
まあ、確か海流の関係だったかで不登校だったはずだ。
オレドやレマレミフィリア北方諸国とつながるまさに北の玄関口ね。
So this is where you were. Give me a second, chat. Francesca, right? You're the one that put that up, the S for SPG. For SPG, then you must be the spring gun. Yeah, from Arc Ride situation solutions. We just happen to be in Mel Mesladem for some business. Anyway, not to jump the gun or anything, but can you fill us on the details of your request? Of course, I'm so glad you're here. Let's discuss this where we won't disturb the others. So your quest said you wanted to look for something important to you. What would that be exactly? Right, I suppose this is the best place to start. I'm looking for a music box, one with a little ballerina on top. Yes, a crank that you can turn to play music. The ballerina will even spin it if she's dancing. Oh, I've seen those before. They're so cute. I agree, they're incredibly dear to me when I was a little girl. You see, my father was a businessman, and because I didn't get to see him every often, he decided to have a gift made for me to remind me of his love. Sounds like he cared for you great deal. Yes, he did, but unfortunately, there came a time when we had to depart from Miss Leldem. I had no choice but to leave the music box behind. It's been on my mind since. I got longed for the day I could come back and look for it. It only now 9 years later it finally been able to visit. So you're trying to find a music box while you're still in town. Yes, of course. There's no guarantee it's still here, but if there even slightest chance, even you can't find its music box itself, any information on where it might be will be more than enough. Does that sound something you like to help with? Well, I think I got the gist of your request at least. You had no choice but to leave it behind though. Sounds like something crazy might happen. Yeah, it does seem a little strange. It's not exactly hard to bring the music box with you. I wish I could tell you more, but I can't. There's really nothing more I can say. I apologize. Well, listen, if there's stuff you feel you can't share, I get it. I mean, dealing with complicated matter is particular our whole business. But in the end of the day, you can't really expect us to head out to the search for some box without having all the info. I didn't mean to. No, I'm just making more excuses. Hey, don't. You didn't have to be so rude about it. It's not like it's not like I don't get why you're so skeptical, though. There's, is there more? Is there a reason you can't ask the police or the braces for help? I prefer not to complicate the situation personally. If I only want my music box back. I did think about trying to find my own, but I'm a bit hesitant to go wandering around town. Look, I really would like to help out, but this is ultimately up to our leader here. What do you think, Van? Let's see. She got rest versation telling us the truth, but it doesn't feel like she's of a life or death situation. Still, something's bugging me. It that not that's stopping me before per se. What do we do? All right, we'll take the case. You did go all the way the trouble putting out a S4 SPG. Plus, it might be nice to do some extra legwork while in town. Thank you so much. Words can't explain how this means to me. So, anything else you can tell us? This music box, seriously, any info would be helpful. Well, my memories are a bit hazy at times, but I'll try my best. As I mentioned, the music box is with a little ballerina on top. I think it was made of cera- ceramic. Yes, if I remember correctly, I was told it came from a famous workshop here in Amsterdam. Oh, you mean the overall factory across the public bathroom? Sounds like we should be the place to start asking. Well, let's get going then. Gotta strike while the iron's hot.
仕事を始めるわよ。
Oh, that's so far on our side. Oh, never mind, it's close.
お伺いしましょう。お伺いしましょう。
Hydro cannon, Cura S. There's so much. How much money I have? 18,000. Jeez, they got so much people here. A music box with a ballerina. Again? That's an interesting reaction. You know something? Funny enough, I happened to cross some old paperwork on it recently. Yes, I do. Well, sir, that certainly makes things easier. Let's start with the simple stuff then. I'm guessing was your shop that made the music box? That's right. It was crafted by my grandfather, but the request for it was made roughly a decade ago. The order slip mentioned it was a present for the customer's daughter who wanted to be a ballerina. Money didn't seem to be an issue for the man who ordered it though. I imagine he must have been a real up and up and comer. That's what my grandfather felt. So much pleasure to make it perfect. He proud all his know how into that thing. I don't think there was a single piece he was more proud of. Sounds like this is more the luxury item than I thought. It really is. And considering the last time I looked over, I imagine it's still appraised at 100,000 mira. His craftsmanship was no like other. Wait, you seen it before? Yep, just last month actually. No, not sure if you will be pleased to hear this or not, but an antique dealer brought it in. He wanted me to refurbish some part for the doll that fell off. Talk about coincidence. I only realized it was my grandfather's work when I noticed his signature on the back. That's what got me digging through our old documents in the first place. Anyway, your best bet is probably going to be that antique dealer. No telling if he still has the music box though. Right, if the repair was last month, he might have already sold it. I suppose we should at least try to find him though. Yeah, you know the guy's still in the area? Well, it seems I seen him around, sure, but I be careful if I were you. He's not exactly known for being the reliable type. Word is that some of his he buys some of his goods through the black market. I even heard that he's dealing over in that underground club in the back street. Black market good. That doesn't sound great. Well, this only leads we got now. Come on, let's head to that club. Thanks for the info, Ivan. Oh my god, why so far? This should go down. I have to go to the other side? Oh my god, I have to go to the other side because that red dot's there, so it can't do shit. I'm tired, chat.
ちょっといいかちょっといいか
Normally, this wouldn't be that big of a deal, but I got a feeling the owner won't take too kindly to us taking asking a lot of questions. Might be to see easier to see if any dancers know something. Excuse me, miss. Oh, you got a tip for me, mister? Feel free to put anywhere you want. That's not what we're here for. Is it possible we ask you something? Cortel might be act like he's all grown up, but he's still a kid. Cortel explained that they were looking for an antique dealer. Oh, you're looking for that guy, aren't you? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's here today. Good, sounds like we're in luck. But where is he? I haven't seen anyone matches his description so far. Hey, the guy just walked in out of the bathroom. Yep, that's him. He's probably got some business with the owner today. Stop by to sell his ware here every now and then. He used this place as a sort of hunting hunting ground. F- finder find suckers who into buying old junks, then pull them into another room for a pitch sale. So yeah, He's shady, but also a great tipper, and that makes him okay in my book. I see, thank you, you've been very helpful. Alright then, let's see what this guy gotta say.
聞かせてもらうぜ。聞かせてもらうぜ。
A music box with a ballerina on top? Damn, I finally get it off my hands. Now someone takes it interested. You sold it? Yep, gave it to a new owner a few days ago. Sorry, pal. I was afraid of that. Figure it won't be so simple. Mind telling us who you sold it to? The original owner. The original owner's looking for it. The original owner? Yeah, yes. That was nothing more to do with that mess. It was some old lady. Pretty sure I saw her wandering around over the docks this morning. I think she's wearing a yellow scarf. Thanks for the tip. By the way, what do you mean by get it off my hands? From what we heard, the former owner of the overall factory put a whole load of effort into that thing. The old man was pretty famous at his trade, wasn't he? I expect people have been bragging down your door for it. Well, yeah, I thought the same thing. Hell, that's why I brought it in the first place. Even brought it down to the club, tried to sell it to somebody be interested, who might be into antiques. Only thing is, one of them told me that the music box comes with a lot of baggage. Baggage? What do you mean by that? Sorry, lady, but if I tell you, I'll be wrapped in it myself. Anyways, to make it long story short, if I couldn't sell it to some sleaze bag, I figure I just target your average Joe instead. And thus I finally managed to get rid of it. Not sure how I feel about selling something with a sketchy history to the general public. Anyway, we should try to find that old lady and see what she tells us. Yeah, if you like, he might be willing to make a trade. Sounds like a plan. Said she was over the docks. Let's go take a look. My God, this is such a long ass store.
Yes.
Freaking. At least she's near. Long ass freaking quest. Just have to do it.
聞かせてもらうぜ。聞かせてもらうぜ。
A music box with a ballerina? Yes, I actually purchased something like that the other day. Looks like we got the right track. The music I brought back fond memories of mine. I was so moved when I saw it, though I surely Eidos must be guiding my hand. You said you brought it back a fond memory? Well, you see, I used to teach ballet several years ago. I suppose it's been over a decade now. One day, a little girl I used to teach brought in that exact music box. She said her father gave it, given it to her, and it was her prized possession. Oh, you should have seen the glow on her face. I was a bit surprised how lavish it was. but just seeing her enthusiasm was enough to make me smile. How lavish. Unfortunately, a lot happened after that. Her family was separated and everything in their home was auctioned off. When I saw it, I could hardly believe something so dear to her had been sold along with everything else. I thought, why not buy it myself in case I get a chance to return it? Her family was separate. I wonder what happened. Wait a minute. The girl you're talking about must be. Yes, no doubt about it. Did the student happen to yours to be named Francesca? How do you know? How did you know? I think I'm getting a clear picture here. Van told the elderly woman about the request made by Francesca. Goodness, what a wonderful coincidence. It seemed Ados was really calling me to buy that music box. My house isn't far here. Let me go get it for you all. That'll be great. Sorry again for all the trouble. If you'd rather not make the walk by yourself, we don't mind tagging along. Van group helped the old lady back to her house to retrieve the music box. After that, a group headed to the shop together to see Francesca. Oh, my old ballet teacher, I never thought to see you again. It's been far too long. I miss you so much. If not, if no one else, I would hope to at least get to see you again someday. I felt the very same, though it may be a little more happened hence. I'm so pleased, very pleased to see you again. My look how you grown. You became such a fine lady. I see you still just a quick 2 tears as you were a little, however. Oh, you. A reunion after 9 years ago. I'm getting a little misty eye myself. She must be overjoyed. Sorry to interrupt your get together, ladies, but I got a music box you're looking for right here. Mind checking to make sure we have the right one? I'm sorry. I was so wrapped in the moment. Let me take a look. Yes, that is it. The one my father gave me. It's beautiful. I can tell your dad really care about making you happy. The melody is rather nice as well. It cranks just fine. There's no need to worry about the inner mechanism to be being broken. That's a relief. I can't tell you how much means I can't tell you how much it means for me to have this back. And to think you brought my old teacher along, I don't know how to even to repay you. Thank you so much for all you've done. No need, no thanks needed beyond our fee of our service. You know, I actually brought the music, but might be another thing we're looking for. I didn't catch a single whip of anything fishy, so I guess not. You thought it was related to Almata? What in the world you make you think that it was just a nice gift her father? Francis, I. It's okay, ma'am. We're just fixers who happen to had a few runs in with Almata in the past. It wasn't until we were in the middle of investigation that I started to realize what's actually going on. So I see. So you figure all out. To be honest, having to keep it for you was starting to eat me up inside. If it's okay, I'll explain. Yeah, I'm still a little clueless over here, so that would be great. Several years ago, my father was the most powerful man in Mesildem crime underworld. Her, his name was in Enrique. I don't know if I say that right. Almada's former boss. In Enrique, why does that name sound so familiar? I think it was written in Dingo's note. I see, so your father had the music box made for you over a decade ago. Then 3 years later, Dantes took over Almata. I suppose this I suppose all this place took place while your dad was still top of the underworld. To be honest, the rumors I heard about him aren't great. You're right, my father did many horrible things while he was in Almata. He used to be a trader, but his craftiness got the better of him, eventually lead his takeover of the mafia. Those days he considered a bit of player in the grand scheme of things, but there was a time when he was feared over outside the city. However, my mother and I only knew him as a kind, gentle soul. I was just like what he did for me with the music box. All he ever wanted for was us to be happy. But some people aren't always what you see in the surface, that's for sure. Yes, even so, people of this town hold his name in contempt. To this day, there are many who carry grudge against him. I wasn't scared of what might do if they find out who I was. And that's why you didn't want to ask anyone else for help, right? Yes. Hold on, we read something a few notes in while back. It said it is said that Enrique family and connection were killed. The truth of the matter is that Francesca was the only one who survived. 9 years ago, my parents risked their lives to help me escape. However, in town completely under Almada's control, there was nothing for me to go. That's when an informant came to save me. He told me that was the least he can do to make amends for selling info for Dantes. Hey, that sounds like Dingo. Yeah, must be him. Only somebody Dantes thought highly of could gotten her out alive. I suppose that makes sense. Wait, you know Dingo? Yeah, he was working in Edith as a reporter for a while. Still, that still did information work on the side. So, what me being a sparing gun made me make it made sense for us to do business, but in some way, he was also like an older brother. This has been an incredible day of coincidence. I owe him a debt as well, gratitude as well. You see, few days after the tragic befell her family, Dingo appeared on me to say Francesca wants to tell me you something, and wanted me to know what she that she was safe, but warned me that as to act though she was dead. Ever since then, I kept Francesca in my heart. I could only pray that we might meet again today. I see, makes this reunion all sweeter. Is it possible that Dingo is still in capital? I hope. I always hope I'm able to find him someday. He introduced me to a family that took me in as a foster child. Not if not for his connection, I might never had a family again. Unfortunately, searching for him while Amara was still around was too dangerous. I always regret never telling him how grateful I was. Well, what's wrong? The thing is, Dingo passed away. It happened last year when he was trying to follow up on Amara. In the end, it's because of the information left us that we were able to fight back against Dantes. Oh dear, the guy was one hell of a reporter, that's for sure. He even helped me out sometimes. I know a lot of what you know is true, true Heisei, but he seems like a really great guy. I remember he say Mother Rel when the police station targeted her for digging into his affairs. Yeah, he was kind of a guy always one step ahead of everyone else. So flawless you almost hated him for it. And he cared about other people to a fault. No matter what happened, you always knew you could count on him. Based on what he did, I guess he always been like that. Yes, even though he tried to fight Firen dis- disdainless, I could tell he was gentle soul. But why? Why did that happen to him to someone like him? I lost everything because Almara. Now Dingo too. I never even got to thank him. Oh, Francesca, I know it hurts, dear, but dear, everything will be alright. Wherever he is now, I know sure how he felt. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get so emotional. I'm sure he meant a lot to you than he did to me. You got nothing to apologize for. It's good to know there's one person out there who miss him just as we do. I'm glad I really found the courage to come out to Mesla Dam. I got I got him back so much of what I lost for in irreplaceable things and all thanks to you. Despite knowing that Dingo is gone, uh, even if I can't thank him in person, at least I can do is continue to live my life looking forward. Sounds a good plan. I'm sure that he'll want for you too. Well, that's certainly as expected. Yeah, I'm glad we decided to take on her case though.
これで解決だね
Jesus,
これで解決だね
this was way too long, Chad. I should really do side quests and when I'm off. Fuck, way too long. I'm sorry. I should do side quests on when I'm off and just do the main quest later. And then do the main quest. Time to continue on doing.
なんだって連中の船が港なんだって連中の船が港に
あの資料はフェイクよ。急いでローさん。なんとかして行き先だけでも。
待ってくれミシェルこれ以上危険なことは
Dang.
おいミシェルおいミシェルはい OK ですはい OK です
イナさんすごいっすイナさんすごいっすイハナスの一発撮りだなんて
いやーたまげたなこの完成度とはしょっぱなからこの完成度とはな
指導してくださった皆さんのおかげです。どうですか監督、どうですか今。
ラム相手ならともかくラム相手ならともかくわしのイメージに完璧に合わせてくるとはひらめいたわいひらめいたわい最高になったら最高にマーベラスにしてスペクタクルな追加シーンを撮るしか
How about they keep saying spectacular weird? Bookmark this. There we go.
ちょ監督ちょ監督
またっすか勘弁してくださいよ勘弁してくださいよ
先輩にバンさんたちも。先輩にバンさんたちも。
調子もいいみたいだな
ニーナ。
調子もいいみたいだな
影を手伝っていただいて本当にありがとうございました。ジュディス先輩とのコラボ作品、おかげさまで
そいつは良かったがそいつは良かったが何よりもお前さんの実力だろ。
狼たちの鎮魂歌のヒロイン役、狼たちの鎮魂歌のヒロイン役、思わず見入っちゃったかな。
そう言っていただけると嬉しいです。こういったクロスオーバーは初めてなので戸惑いもありますけど。
そうね。でも私も期待してるわ。ニナとどこまでやれるか。
先輩、
引き続きよろしくお願いしますね。
引き続きよろしくお願いしますね。
ニナ君、ちょっと相談なんじゃが。
はい、今行きます。
呼ばれちゃったわね。それじゃまた後で。現場でお待ちしてます。
はい、現場でお待ちしてますね。
やれやれトップ女優だってのに伸びしろしか見えない。
悔しいけど同感ね。悔しいけど同感ね。改めてポテンシャルに驚かされるっていうか、私も負けずにレベルを上げていかないと。
その言葉が聞けて安心したよ。その言葉が聞けて安心したよ。彼女との共演、あんたにとってもいい機会だったかもしれないね。その息があれば私のしごきも乗り越えられるだろうさ。
おばあちゃん、こんなところで気配消すのやめてよね、もう。
あとおばあちゃんの特訓はちょっと撮影中は
She's so scared.
大きいかなーなんて。
何遠慮してんだい。またとない機会じゃないか。そうだね。
わかったってば。もう勘弁してよ、おばあちゃん。
いろいろな意味で納得っていう。
Damn.
そっちの二人はさっき撮影を手伝ってくれた子たちだね。私に何か用事かい？
Dang, she knows
どう
something.
やら表の話じゃなさそうだが。
どうやら孫娘から聞いただけじゃなさそうだな。
あんたの噂は前から耳にしているよ。ひとまず話を聞かせてもらおうかい。
I see something sketchy afoot, that's for certain. I heard talk about this legacy of Amata, but I can't say the same about having stragglers in either case. You seem to be left guessing. That's what we're hoping to get on your take. The way you're talking sounds like you already done some poking around for the first one. You have been a real take on the turn on the other ways, assuming it actually exists. Almara's legacy has been the subject of much speculation throughout the underground grapevines. It's something of an urban legend at this point, especially now that most of the mafia kaput. Rumor has it a massive pile of mirror or some other great treasure was left behind. For the time, everybody and their mother was trying to find the thing. Through nowadays, it feels like only occasion gangsters or Jaegers still work up over it. But haven't the police made true progress inquiry into the Almaras at this point? Just how likely is this something was overlooked? Good question. Word is that they seized everything that from shell company holding assets squirreled away from foreign countries. Any racial person would tell you there's no way anything of value would be glossed over. And yet some folk have enough grounds to believe the search is worth keeping up. Some folks meaning All things considered, there's only one real answer. Nah, I still don't know too much about Laga's pops. If and if under unmanaged rank, it won't be make sense for him to chase him by legging himself. It gotta be that new weapon manufacturing sex arms. Such I suspected something about them moving into the building didn't sit right with me. They must have brought the place in hopes that a certain something of Almada remains. And remember all that those goons that jumped Luca were packing? Those were sex arms model, the kind you can get on the market. Common sense say they got it a horse in the race. Now you mention it, I've been noticing a lot of guys in a black suit around town. It's a reasonable assumption, regardless of their methods. It's clear that Arms is hunting for something that fits it nicely with everything else we know. Looks like the pieces are lining up for you. I wager one of them will provide a lead tracking the boy's fire down. Luca po- Lucas Pops knows something about the legacy. Zach's arm won't openly throw that much manpower at him if we weren't sure of that. Then perhaps this calls for a little digging into that front. Zach's arm started up 6 years ago, as I recall. Their headquarters is one of the free cities, but their actual operation and you have are shrouded in mystery. On the surface, they design manufacture weapons while marketing themselves as a private military company. But beneath the veneer is whole but bravely of nasty business from testing illegal armaments to indicating conflict in the war zone. The thing is, nobody has enough evidence to punish them off, not within the confines of the law anyway. Where are you getting at, Grammy? Well, now, look at the time. I should be taking my leave. Judith, if I said it once, I said it a million times. As a successor to the Green Card name, it's on you to decide what makes of it. That includes what you end up doing with this. Oh shit! What are what are those floor plans? But whatever you do, don't make a fool of yourself. Got it? She's one hell of grandma, talking about having an ace up your sleeve, and exactly what we needed. Now we can give a Zash arm a proper an inspection they never asked for. The same day, the kid went home then? Yeah, a while still, a while at it still, yeah, while it was still lights out. He wanted to hang around until he head back from until he heard from a figure he was better off steering clear. You made the right call. What do you want? When do you want to leave, Van? The two of us are ready when you are. No rush though, we're still ahead of schedule. Hold on, you're not planning to go out this hour, are you? It's chilly of this year, and the area hasn't been too safe these days. Don't worry about us. Just a little errands, we won't be long. You sure will if you insist. It's probably best to push this plan back as late as we can. Let's kill some time in town and head over to you know where. Good thinking. We need a fitness thing so hard that leaves Grammy speechless. Wherever you say, Judith, this is our chance to make sure our equipment is in order. Hey, just popping with an update from Murdoch support. Further analysis has revealed a new floor of the Marken Gint, so check out when you're a chance, okay? More level. Okay, chat, I'm gonna end my stream for today because I hate freaking side quests and I don't want to take this game too. I want to just continue with the story, not the freaking what's that word? Side quest. That side quest is too long. With that said, I'll be back with highlight tomorrow. Gauntlet signing out and happy gaming, everyone. And don't forget, let's see, I think 4, 14. No, let's not check. 1, 2, 3, 4 more weeks, chat. With that said, bye for now. See you, chat.